Yo, what is going on, everybody? All right, so this is just crazy right here. I don't really know what to think, but as a Sixers fan, this is actually crazy. James Harden is opting into his $35.6 million player option with the Philadelphia 76ers to initiate trade dialogue, and this is very crazy because I did make a video a few days ago about James Harden potentially ending up on another team via trade, and I said the Los Angeles Lakers. But for this, the Clippers and the Knicks are going to be interested in James Harden now. And the number one player that I can think of that would be involved in a trade is Paul George. We've seen that the owner of the Clippers himself was disappointed with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard not playing enough games as they should. And I think this is the end of the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard duo. And they look to get James Harden, who is a playmaker. Paul George is not a playmaker. James Harden is a playmaker. Russell Westbrook is also a playmaker, though. But ultimately, I think the James Harden and Russell Westbrook duo with Kawhi Leonard will be probably interesting for the owner and the organization of the Clippers. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess they're going to be looking forward to the lobs to Russell Westbrook and the reuniting of James Harden and Russell Westbrook. But ultimately, this does mean that Paul George is heading to the Philadelphia 76ers. And for the Sixers, man, they're getting way better off of that. They're getting way better off of that trade if this potentially happens in the upcoming days. I think that the 76ers with Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid, like, that is exactly what they've been needing for such a long time. They've been needing a wing, a taller player like that. And they just almost made it to the Eastern Conference Finals with the addition of Paul George at that spot under the head coach of Nick Nurse. Are you kidding me? Yo, they're going to be so good. I'm not even going to lie to you. That's a perfect trade. The 76ers need to push that. If you want to trade James Harden, potentially along with some of the young players like Jaden Springer, get it done, bro. Like, there's not much around the league. Like, the Knicks are going to be interested. You could get Julius Randle. I don't want no Julius Randle. I want my guy Paul George. You know what I'm saying? So go out and get Paul George, 76ers. I'm hoping all of you 76ers fans think the same way, because even if, Paul George is going to be dealing with his injuries, blah, 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 if that happens midway through the season, you could potentially trade Paul George for a lot of other assets. And yeah, like I said, I think this is exactly what they needed. They're saying the Clippers or Knicks are going to be engaged in trade talks, but this should happen. And for James Harden now, yeah, that's pretty much at his end of getting a championship. Very disappointing, because I expected him to re-sign on a new, bigger deal and kind of run it back and say, prove all the doubters wrong. But it's looking like he's probably at a later stage of his career where he doesn't think that way. Now, like I said, James Harden would be a good fit with the Los Angeles Clippers. Could they potentially make something happen with Westbrook, Harden, and Kawhi Leonard? Yeah, maybe. But, like, 76ers was his best opportunity to win a championship, especially in the East. But now Paul George is going to have an opportunity to win a championship. If this trade can go down, like I said, I'm thinking it's going to happen. Knicks can do an offer. Teams out there that are competing for a championship as well, like the Lakers. Lakers are a team to watch. They have D'Angelo Russell and everything. But ultimately, it's who the 76ers want, so I don't think that's going to happen. The 76ers, Daryl Morey, they probably want to get Paul George. If that fails, they'll probably move on to a team like the Knicks, and so on and so on. A team that needs a point guard. With that being said, that's going to wrap up things in this video. I'm definitely going to be talking about this a lot when I get more information, but this is just the early things that we have. With that being said, it is your boy Josh 3 Arch. Yeah, and I'm out. This is some crazy shit.